Hello guys, welcome back to Tali's Kitchen, and if you've been wanting to know how to make cinnamon rolls, this is the video for you. Now these cinnamon rolls turned out incredibly soft, absolutely delicious. The bread was nice and beautifully fluffy, the filling was just perfect, and the glaze was absolutely to die for. So without any further ado guys, let's learn how to get this done. So to make our dough, we're going to start here with 1 cup of warm milk. So just add that into your bowl, and then next up we're going to do a 1/4 cup of melted butter. You can also use margarine if you have margarine as a substitute for the butter. Next up I'm doing here a 1/4 cup of sugar, and then I'm just going to go in with my whisk and mix this in. Once that is nicely mixed in, I'm doing here 1 1/4 tablespoons of yeast, and then I'm still going to mix this in with my whisk, and then we'll go ahead and add our flour next. To our wet ingredients, I'm going to add here 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and then I'm just going to go in with my spatula and mix this in. Make sure you don't have any flour lumps left in your batter at this point. And then we're just going to cover this and set this aside for 1 hour for it to double in size. And then we'll start preparing our filling. So to create our filling here, I'm using a 1/4 cup of butter and a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And then up next, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of cinnamon powder. Now, what I've realized with the store-bought cinnamon powder is that it always has some large particles in there, so make sure you sift this as you're making your filling. Once that's done, just go in with your spatula and create a nice, beautiful, soft paste like so, and then we'll set this aside and get back to our dough. It's been about an hour now and my dough is nicely proofed. It's literally doubled in size. I'll just give you guys a closer view so that you can see the beautiful air bubbles that the yeast formed in there. So we're just going to add this on our counter and then begin our kneading. So dust your counter with a little bit of flour and then add in your final ingredients. This is 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of salt, and then just begin kneading your dough until you get a nice, beautiful, soft dough that's not sticky at all. My dough here is ready, nice, soft, and not sticky at all. So I'm going to start rolling here, and I'm looking for a rectangle type of shape here. At this point, do roll this out depending on how thick you want the different layers in your cinnamon roll to look. If you want them to be really, really thick, then don't spread this out too much. If you like them a little bit thin like me, then you can spread this out quite a bit. So at this point, make it your own. I didn't manage to get a perfect rectangle, but this is good enough. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my filling on here, and then I'm going to evenly spread this out. So if you do want this to have more filling, go ahead and prepare more filling, double the ingredients that we did earlier, but this is good for me. I prefer my cinnamon rolls this way, but if you want it to be a little bit more, go ahead and do that. So just roll it in until you get a nice, beautiful cylindrical shape like so, and then we're going to start cutting this. Now, experience has taught me that dental floss is the best thing you can use to cut your cinnamon roll. So just go below your cinnamon roll and then just do that crisscross and go ahead and cut this out. The dental floss gives you a really nice clean cut compared to the cut you'd get when you're using a knife or a pizza cutter. So if you have some dental floss, then use some dental floss. So go ahead and repeat the same for the rest of your dough, and then just arrange them nicely on your baking tin. For my baking tin here, I've just rubbed on some little bit of butter, and I've gone ahead and dusted it with flour so that my cinnamon rolls don't stick to the tins. So we're going to cover this up and let it rise for about 45 minutes until they're double in size. It's been about 45 minutes and my cinnamon rolls look absolutely gorgeous and nicely proofed. So we're going to bake this in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 25 minutes. As that is going on, let's go ahead and prepare our glaze. I'm using here a 1/4 cup of cream cheese, and then next up I'm going to be adding some milk, and I'm doing 1 tablespoon of milk here. Up next, we're doing 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence and 1 tablespoon of butter. So just go in with your whisk and mix this in until you get a nice smooth consistency. This is looking good, so I'm going to go ahead and add my final ingredient here, which is 1/2 cup of powdered sugar, and then just go in again with your whisk and mix this in until you get a completely smooth glaze that has absolutely no lumps in it. My glaze is looking absolutely smooth and beautiful here, so let's go and check on those cinnamon rolls. Now these cinnamon rolls are ready, and I've already started glazing here, so add in as much glaze as you want, and then just use your spatula to spread that evenly so that all of them can get that nice beautiful glaze on top. And these just look absolutely gorgeous. Perfect for that Christmas morning, perfect for that, actually perfect for any morning. Just waking up to the smell of cinnamon rolls is absolutely perfect. These turned out incredibly soft, guys, absolutely delicious. It is worth your time. Believe me when I tell you it is worth every minute of your time, because you will love the end result. My house right now literally smells like a bakery, you know? Really amazing. So do make sure to try out this recipe, guys, and let me know how it goes in the comment sections below. Remember to like, to subscribe, and to share, and you can also follow me on Instagram at Chef Tally, and I'll see you all next time with another amazing recipe. Bye, guys.